a lot of people that can do those.
Yeah, 4 more NFL seasons between now and then. It's hard telling what kind of numbers Patrick Mahomes will put up, and hopefully how many championship games the Chiefs can play in, and maybe get it to a Super Bowl or 2 there. We got plenty of time, but I just wonder how much of a factor Patrick Mahomes is in bringing an event like this to Kansas City.
Well, as far as marketing goes, because it's all about marketing, it's all about selling the event, it's all about doing that stuff. And Mahomes has, not only does he have the talent, he also has the intangibles, right?
Yep.
He has a great background, great parents, never done anything wrong. He does everything right, does everything the coaches tell him to do. He's on the cover of Madden. I mean, he is the future of the league. So if you look at the AFC right now, Brady retires, Roethlisberger's on his way out in 2 years. Who's the face of the Rivers is on his way out too? Who's the face of the AFC? It's going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the Chiefs because everybody knows, especially now, especially within the last. We were talking about this earlier today. Especially within the last 7 or 8 years, who wins championships? It's the teams with the top 5 quarterbacks, or the top quarterbacks. You have your Brady, your Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes is right up there with them. So as far as being the future face of the league, I think Adele's made a really good, has done a really good job of figuring out, like, okay, Kansas City might actually be the next team that's going to be kind of the hot thing, where every year they're in the AFC Championship, where every year they're making the playoffs, which we have for a while with Alex Smith. Alex kind of made our franchise stable, and then Patrick's taken it to the next level. So I think it was a good move.
Yeah, well, and let's run through it. The NFL announced that next year's draft will be in Las Vegas in 2020. 2021 it will be in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield. Do you have anything to do with that? And and another one of the NFL golden childs there. 2022 they've left open to be announced, and then Kansas City in 2023. So 4 years to prepare for the NFL draft coming to Kansas City.
Yeah, another kind of interesting tidbit is, our airport is going to go under some construction and kind of some reconfiguring over the next 4 years, and it's kind of our new airport is set to debut in that same year. So it'll be interesting to see, are they able to get that done in time for the draft with all these people that will be traveling into the Kansas City metro area, and there's people on both sides of that argument, on should we have changed our airport, should we have kept our airport the way it is. But, no matter which side you're on, I feel like making our airport bigger and better, we'll get more people to come to our city.
Yeah, it's absolutely necessary, especially when we look ahead to the World Cup here in a few years, and Kansas City still in the running to be a host city for the World Cup, and maybe a hub city for a couple of world clubs during that World Cup. So yeah, we got to. We're making progress, right? It's a good thing we got the airport going the direction that we're going in. And I'm Jason Lamb. I'm sitting here with the Midwest Mike's podcast crew of Gary Carl and Austin McKee, and we are live at Chicken and Pickle in North Kansas City for the Mizzou Sports Caravan. We're awaiting the arrival of some of the head coaches, the football coach Barry Odom, the basketball coach Cuonzo Martin, Jim Sterk expected to be here as well, and we look forward to being able to catch up with those guys when they arrive here. Kansas City Tiger Club members are gathering down below us here, playing some pickleball, having a few drinks, and we are getting ready for the program. It'll start a little. I think the coaches are supposed to speak at around 5 o'clock, 6:30. I think is the time that they will actually address the crowd. So we're hoping to grab the coaches ahead of that. Well, I guess we could talk a little bit of Missouri Tiger sports, and I guess we could begin with the football program. Coming off an 8-5 season, 4-4 in the SEC East last year, a bowl game. They lost, I think it was Oklahoma State in the Liberty Bowl, but they finished the season 8-5. Barry Odom now entering his 4th season as the head coach of the Missouri Tigers, and what kind of direction do you guys feel like he's got that program going in?
The SEC is the toughest conference in football, in my opinion. They have from top to bottom, they have the best quality of teams in that division. And I see, and it's probably not going to be a popular opinion, but I think losing a quarterback like Drew Lock is going to hurt your program just a little bit. It's Kelly Bryant coming in, a new guy to the system. But Drew Lock had been a guy there, who had been there for a number of years and started a bunch of games for them, taking over for Matty Mock way back.
Yeah,
and
that's right. Matty Mock.
Yeah, Drew Lock, just, you can't say enough about him. I mean, he's a guy who was projected to go early in the NFL draft, ended up slipping a little bit. They kind of say that Denver got the guy they wanted at 10 at pick number 42. Right, when they took him. So yep. Denver, as far as running a business, which, that's what these NFL teams are, ultimately, they save themselves a lot of money in waiting to pick Drew Lock and kind of feeling out those other teams and knowing who was going to take a quarterback, who wasn't, who liked who. Everybody pretty much knew Washington wanted the guy from Ohio State. He's a Maryland guy, from the area. And so it was a good deal for Denver. I'm sure there's some KC Tiger Club fans that will be upset about Drew Lock being in Denver, that are also Chiefs fans. But so I think that Missouri's going to have not quite the year they did last year. Not that they're going to be at the bottom of the SEC East, but I think winning 3 to 5 games probably in the SEC East this year rather than being 4-4.
They won't have to run into Alabama. They played Alabama last year. They don't have to worry about Alabama next year.
No Alabama next year. Your tough games. At Georgia's tough. At Kentucky. Kentucky's coming up is tough. They actually got a decent out-of-conference game with West Virginia. But actually, I think we're looking. So you're saying 4 or 5 wins in the SEC?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably reasonable. They'll win the out of conference
last year.
Yeah, 4-4 SEC. SEC, like I said, like you said, it's always really hard, right? SEC is the best. You got Bama, you got Georgia, you got all the other teams, even the ones that are kind of in the bottom range are still really good. With Kelly Bryant coming in, which is really a great transfer.
It is.
Hey, that's a really good transfer to get some guy to pull in. And you get, I don't know how many years of eligibility he has left. I'm not sure about that. But, you get a guy at least.
Just one.
It's just one?
Just the 1 year.
Okay, so you get the 1 year where you can, whoever you thought you had maybe coming in after him, you get one more year where you kind of work with that guy. Kelly Bryant kind of stabilize you, and then you go from there. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Maybe 5 wins SEC. It's going to be really tough. Anything after that is kind of a bonus.
That backup quarterback could be Sean Robinson, the transfer from TCU.
That's right.
Who is on campus and right now is not eligible to play, but that he has put in a waiver with the NCAA, a hardship waiver, and his goal is to become eligible. He could be the backup this year, this fall from Mizzou. We'll maybe be able to ask Coach Odom about that, see if there's any progress in that regard with Sean Robinson.
Yeah, that's kind of another interesting thing, with the season, with this new transfer portal, and how does the NCAA rule some guys okay to transfer and some guys they rule them ineligible. There's a lot of rules that go in and out of that process, that are hard to understand. And so, yeah, that'd be a good thing to ask Coach Odom about. He could probably shed some more light on that situation.
Well, hopefully they will be here soon. In the meantime, we're going to take a short break here on the U. We are live from Chicken and Pickle in North Kansas City for the Mizzou Sports Caravan. And we'll be back in just a few moments.
You're going to flip for the all-new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. Now, when you get the new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card, you get the same big savings on gas, plus perks like special deals on your favorite products, cash prizes, or gift cards. Maybe even a new car or an all-expenses-paid trip. And getting your new card is easy. Just pick one up at Hy-Vee. Go online to activate it and start earning your perks. It's that simple. Get your new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card today.
I'm Johnny Coy, head coach of the St. Joe Mustangs. If you're looking for professional quality, customized wood bat for your baseball player, Walk Off Wood Bat Company is the place to go. All bats are made with prime quality wood, and the options for customization are endless. Gamers, fungos, training bats, they have them all. The Mustangs are excited to have Walk Off Wood as our official bat supplier this season. If we trust our players to swing Walk Off Wood, you should too. Go online and order today.
I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Carbondale, Illinois.
From Kansas City, Missouri.
We're from Omaha, Nebraska.
Kansas City.
California.
So what made you choose Woody's over all the other dealers out there, do you think?
Definitely the price.
I have so many different vehicles and a lot.
No hassle.
No fees processed.
At wowwoodies.com.
At Klein, we rent vans, minivans, SUVs, pickup trucks. We rent for church trips, vacations, weddings, construction, business travel, luxury travel. KleinVan.com and wowwoodies.com for all your transportation needs.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chicken and Pickle in North Kansas City. I'm Jason Lamb, live with the Midwest Mike podcast guys, Gary and Austin, and we are live at the Mizzou Sports Caravan. The head coaches, a few of the head coaches from Mizzou, making a stop here in Kansas City tonight to visit with the Missouri Tiger faithful, and that is why we're here, so we could have the opportunity to visit with them and ask them a few questions and find out what is going on over in Columbia right now. I know maybe the most exciting thing going on over there right now is their south end zone construction, which is supposed to be finished in time for the football season this fall. I believe the countdown is down to 99 days to get that south end zone project completed. So I'd like to talk to Jim Sterk and the head coach Barry Odom about that and see where they are along with the progress of that big, huge $98 million project. How about you guys? What do you guys want to talk to these guys about?
Like we mentioned in the first segment, Kelly Bryant coming in, is a big question. He did have a good spring game, kind of how he's been acclimating to, coming into Columbia and how he's going to do in the fall.
Yeah, that's my big thing. You're taking a guy that played in a different kind of system at Clemson, bring him in here. He's a kind of an established guy because he was the guy last year. Until he lost his starting job. And so you just want to see, like, how did you take him from that, playing that system for so long, and then switch him into here, and how he's doing, how he's adjusting, because that's going to be, everybody knows the quarterback's a huge part, right? Especially with the way the offenses go now. Everything is spread it out, so it depends on the QB. So, we want to ask, Coach Odom, like, how that all is with transitioning him into that. It's going smooth. He looked really good in the spring game. Looked really good. Spring game's kind of like a, kind of an exhibition. It's just kind of a, showing off in front of the fans a little bit. But you still get to see some of that chemistry if that's kind of developed. And it looked like it had. So it's kind of nice to see that. So that's my big question for the football season at least.
Missouri Tiger basketball season. The Tigers had another tough one with the injury to Jonte Porter derailing them really before the season even began. They finished 15-17, 5-13 in the SEC before they were knocked out in the second round of the SEC tournament in Nashville. They await word on a couple of their players. Jeremiah Tillman put his name into the NBA draft, at least for consideration, testing the waters there.